great music, and exciting dance. It looks like I'm having fun. I was looking through the social media of embassies as usual. Checking the social media of embassies thoroughly is one of my most important duties. Oh, what's this? Then, I discovered an interesting post. It was a post about the Hungarian National Dance Ensemble's upcoming performance in Korea. I think this will be fun. That's why I'm here today. I have arrived at today's destination. This is the COEX East Plaza located in Gangnam-gu, Seoul. When you think of Gangnam, Psy's Gangnam Style comes to mind, doesn't it? Here, there is a hand statue that symbolizes Psy's Gangnam Style dance. And you can see many foreigners taking photos here. Coming back to today's topic, the reason I'm here today. The 2024 Gangnam Festival pre-show is being held here today, and the Hungarian National Dance Ensemble will perform here. The Gangnam Festival is a representative culture and artistic festival of Gangnam-gu district that is held at the end of September every year. It is an urban festival that encompasses all aspects of K-culture, including K-pop, K-fashion, and K-food. And performances and exhibitions are held for 4 days at major Gangnam attractions. The Hungarian National Dance Ensemble will also perform at the festival to meet the Korean audience. Finally, today's show begins.
헝가리와 또 한국의 수교 35주년을 맞이해서 정말 특별한 무대도 함께 준비를 했습니다.
That is right. 2024 marks the 35th anniversary of diplomatic relations between Korea and Hungary. In fact, Hungary was the first Eastern European country that Korea established diplomatic relations with. Starting with Hungary, Korea established diplomatic relations with Eastern Bloc countries one after another, and Hungary played an important role in broadening Korea's diplomatic horizons.
헝가리 국립무용단은요, 이번 공연을 통해서 헝가리의 역사 그리고 전통을 화려하게 기념하는 축제의 춤을 함께 보여드릴 겁니다.
The title of this performance by the Hungarian National Dance Ensemble is Echo of the Carpathians. The performance consists of various festive dances celebrating the history and culture of the diverse people living in the Hungarian Carpathian Basin. The Carpathian Basin, also known as Pannonia Basin, comprises areas of 9 countries with Hungary lying in its center. The dance you're watching now is called Macho Chardash. The Macho region is about 100 kilometers east of Budapest, and Chardash is a traditional Hungarian folk dance. The music and dance were so exciting that I found myself moving my body without realizing it. Would you like to see the next dance? They are dancing with a wine bottle on their hats. How amazing! This dance is called the Circus Glass Girls Dance. What the dancers put on their hats is a bottle of half a liter of wine. Watching the Hungarian folk dance, which has a different feel from traditional Korean dance, I realized that each country has developed its own unique traditions and culture. Then, shall we learn a little more about Hungarian folk dance at this point?
First, Zardas, or the Dance of the Gypsies, is a national dance of Hungary. In fact, it's considered to be the most important Hungarian folk dance. Zardas is characterized by changes in tempo, starting slowly and ending at a very fast pace. The influence of Zardas can be heard in famous pieces of music, such as Liszt's Hungarian Rhapsody and Brahms' Hungarian dances. Zardas actually originated from another Hungarian folk dance called verbunkos. This is a type of military dance that was performed when Hungary recruited soldiers to form a regular army while under Austrian rule in the 18th century. It is said that the musical accompaniment was performed by gypsies, whose culture influenced the genre. Other Hungarian folk dances include karikazo, a dance performed by women in a circle without accompaniment, legenyes, a solo male dance, and ukros, a rather athletic jumping dance for couples. On November 25, 2011, the Tancsáz method, a Hungarian model for the transmission of intangible cultural heritage, was selected for inscription on the UNESCO Register of Best Safeguarding Practices. This method, which forms a community and allows anyone to learn dance regardless of age or ability, helps maintain the diversity of cultural heritage.
And today, the Hungarian National Dance Ensemble presented folk dances and costumes from 8 regions. I think that all the dances performed on stage today were lively and exciting, so even people who had no knowledge of Hungarian dance were able to watch it with interest.
너무나 멋졌죠. 헝가리 무곡을 좋아하는데 이 진짜 무곡이 나올 정도로 이런 무용 공연이 생활화되어 있고 정말 화려함의 극치였어요.
그 의상도 꽃이 있고 여기 목걸이도 그냥 우리 한국에서 못 보던 두께 여러 개를 해가지고 너무 화려해가지고
눈도 항월, 귀도 항월, 모든 것이 항월했습니다. 그런데다가 우리가 이 헝가리 요 민속 무용들이죠. 그런 거, 민속 옷들, 꽃들 모든 걸 새롭게 본 것 같아요.
It was also my first time viewing Hungarian folk dance, but it felt like I was in Hungary while I was watching the performance. In addition to folk dance, I was able to experience various traditional Hungarian arts. Through this performance, I learned a lot of aspects about Hungary that I didn't know before. After the performance, I had the opportunity to talk with the artistic director of the Hungarian National Dance Ensemble. So could you introduce the dances that were performed here today in Gangnam?
Nekünk be kell mutatni a Magyarország szép viseletét, énekeit, táncait. Ez volt a témája. Kelet-Magyarország, Dél-Magyarország, Nyugat-Magyarország és erdélyi táncokat hoztunk, határon túli táncokat. De ez egy nagyon izgalmas helyszín, tudom, hogy a város központja, nagyon nagy örömmel jöttünk, és nagyon nagy dolognak érzem én a Magyar Nemzeti Táncegyüttes vezetőjeként, hogy itt lépünk föl most. Mi az ország legnagyobb együttese vagyunk, és reméljük, hogy majd lesz alkalmunk több sok korai együttessel találkozni a jövőben.
The Hungarian National Dance Ensemble had a total of 4 performances in Seoul and Daejeon during its visit to Korea. And today's performance here in Gangnam was the last one. What were my thoughts after watching the performance? Actually, when I was watching the performance, I really wanted to dance with them together. Yes, it is that exciting. And now I want to learn some Hungarian dance. So I have arrived at today's destination, and today's destination is the Liszt in the Culture Center's name is that Liszt that you all know and are familiar with. They named the center after Hungary's famous musician Franz Liszt. The Liszt Institute opened in December 2019. The Culture Center introduces Hungarian culture to Korea and works with the Korean government and cultural institutions to promote cultural and artistic exchanges between the two countries. And it also put in a lot of effort to prepare for the Hungarian National Dance Ensemble's visit to Korea. Shall we briefly talk to the director of the center? So first, can you tell me how the Hungarian National Dance team came to Korea this time?
It's been a pretty long process. We started thinking about it about a year ago with the management of the Hungarian ensemble, and thinking and playing with the idea how great it would be if they could come to Korea. They'd never been to Korea before. And after thinking, after starting slowly working, step by step, day by day, so the process took 1 year, and we arrived to a part where we said, okay, this is a program now under planning, so it has to happen and it will happen, and we are very grateful that it came to fruition.
So there are many fields in culture, but why did you decide to introduce Hungarian dance this time?
We plan our programs a year in advance, at least a year in advance, sometimes several years in advance. And particularly for Korea, we try to plan for programs and cultural events that are less verbal and more visual, to overcome the big language barrier that we have. So if there are no words spoken, for the audience it's much easier to absorb the culture. And we always try to go with a theme for the year. So 2 years ago, for us it was exhibitions. Last year it was music, and this year it's dance.
But why am I here today? Because I heard that there is a special time for exchange between Korea and Hungary. People wearing hanbok, the traditional Korean costume, and people wearing Hungarian folk costumes are gathered together. These people in Hungarian folk costumes are members of the Hungarian National Dance Ensemble that I saw yesterday. And the people wearing hanbok here are members of the Korean modern dance company, Mutdance. And today, they will learn each other's dance.
Mutdance originated from the group Kim Young-hee Mutdance, which was organized in 1994 by Professor Kim Young-hee of the Department of Dance at Ewha Women's University. Professor Kim Young-hee was a top choreographer of Korean creative dance. The team has established a unique world of Korean modern creative dance. Mutdance performs a lot overseas and has also performed in Hungary several times. Most recently, they visited Hungary last year on the official invitation of the Hungarian National Dance Ensemble and presented a total of 3 performances in front of Hungarian audiences in Győr and Budapest.
First, let's take a look at the dance prepared by Korea's Mutdance. Mutdance prepared the fan dance, one of the representative Korean traditional dances. And here, let's take a moment to learn about Korean traditional dances.
There are hundreds of traditional dances in Korea, and they can be broadly divided into several types: court, folk, gyobang, a special school that taught songs and dances in the Goryeo and Joseon eras, and ritual dances. Among the court dances, two of the most widely known are the Choyongmu, which is performed to ward off evil spirits, and the Ilmu, which was performed during royal ancestral rites during the Joseon dynasty. Folk dances include Nongakmu, Gangnam and Talchum. The gyobang dances are performed by kiseng, or Korean female entertainers, and include Halyangmu and Kommu. Ritual dances are performed during ancestral rites or Buddhist ceremonies, and include the Buddhist Parachum and Nabichum. As Korea entered the modern era, new dances emerged and foreign dances were introduced. Buchechum, or the fan dance, widely known overseas, originated in 1954. This dance, performed with folding fans in both hands, has become one of Korea's representative dances, appearing frequently on stages domestically and overseas.
Next, let's take a look at the dance prepared by the Hungarian National Dance Ensemble. If the Korean fan dance is quiet and slow and has a mysterious and dreamy feel, the Hungarian folk dance is a lively and exciting dance that makes everyone who sees it naturally move their shoulders. The dances from both countries that I saw today were very different in many ways. So now they are going to teach their dance to each other. That is right. This time they are going to try on each other's costumes and learn each other's dance. They look great in hanbok, don't they? Everything is complete once they put the jokduri on their heads. How does it feel to wear hanbok? Let me ask. Is this your first time wearing hanbok? 어떠세요?
Nagyon szépnek és gyönyörű ez a viselet, minden egyes részlete. Nagyon.
It is time to learn the fan dance. Now, with the fan in their hand, they turn around. You also learned the fan dance, Buchechun. How was it?
Jó, nagyon, bár annyira nem ment még jól, még gyakorolni kéne. Teljesen arra is koncentrálni kellett, mondta az instrukciótalány, hogy a központot, itt a bordáinkat tartjuk össze, szóval egy nagyon mély figyelemmel kell ezt csinálni, szerintem, véleményem szerint.
Egyszerűbbnek tűnik, mint amilyen nehéz, mert ilyen különleges technikája van, ahogy ezt így ki kell csapni, és hát ez újdonság. A magyar néptáncban mi nem használjuk ennyire a kezünket. A magyar néptánc nagyon virtuóz, és sokkal intenzívebb tánc, mint például ez a legyezés, csak ezt valahogy jól fordítsd le, hogy...
This time, Korean dancers will wear Hungarian traditional costumes. Hungarian folk costumes are made of several layers of skirts. And you also wear several necklaces. Seeing Korean dancers wearing Hungarian traditional costumes made me realize that hanbok and Hungarian traditional costumes are very different.
Ez egy matyó népviselet, matyó Budapesttől keletre található, Mezőkövesdés környéke. Van egy szép matyó hímzéssel teli ingem, egy budgyos ingem, aminek játszani lehet, playingezni vele. Egy kötényem, ami egyébként Egyébként hosszú, leér a földig, aztán ezt szokták úgy, hogy megfogjuk a felét, és ide feltűzzük.
I could see that there are a lot of elements in Hungarian traditional clothes. Now, let's learn Hungarian folk dance. We start with footsteps. Was it because the music was exciting? Other people who were watching also joined in and started dancing. I definitely think music and dance have the power to bring people together. In this sense, don't you think art and artists can also be called diplomats?
헝가리 무용단을 봤을 때 전통춤을 많이 추더라고요. 헝가리 전통 무용으로 하는 것들을 주로 추는데 그 춤의 특징이 되게 신나고 본인들도 즐거워서 무대에서 즐기는 모습이 많이 특징적인 춤이라고 생각하는데 그런 모습을 보면서 아, 우리도 좀 다음 작품은 저런 식으로 신나게 흥을 살려서 추는 춤을 한번 춰보면 어떨까 이런 생각도 하게 되고
Members of Mutdance went to Hungary last year and performed there. This time, Korean audience showed great response to the Hungarian dance performance. So what was the reaction of Hungarians to Korean dance?
대극장에서 저희가 공연을 했었는데 무대 관객석 완전 다 꽉 차 있었었고 그리고 되게 많은 환호와 그리고 저희가 끝나고 나서도 기다려주시는 분들이 계셨어요. 그래서 저희 팬이라고 막 하면서 나와서 반겨주시고 안아주시고 선물 주신 친구들도 있고 그래서 좀 많이 반겨주셔서 감사함에 갔다 왔습니다.
It is not often that you get the chance to see the Hungarian National Dance Ensemble, so I also decided to learn Hungarian folk dance. It looks easy enough, but why is my head and feet moving separately? I am not a good dancer, so later I just followed my partner's lead, so it felt like the dance came along naturally. I guess dancing is all about moving to your feelings. It was such a fun experience. I definitely need to visit Hungary again to learn more dances. One of the things that impressed me while watching their performance was how passionately each member danced. They also had a lot of pride in Hungarian folk dance.
Úgy kell elképzelni a magyar néptáncot, mint egy nagyítót, hogy a térképre ránagyítunk, hogy Magyarországon van egyfajta táncolási stílus, egyedi a világon. Ha ránagyítunk mondjuk egy megyére, mondjuk Kalotaszegre, vagy egy tájegységre, az is más. Ha ránagyítunk egy falura, az is más. Ha ránagyítunk egy emberre, az is más. És mindegyik eltérő, egy élet se elég megtanulni ezt.
Then what are their impressions of Korea?
A legkülönlegesebb élmény az volt, hogy a magyarországi közönség is szeret a néptáncot, de amikor a koreai közönség rácsodálkozik erre a különleges előadásra, akkor végig tapsolnak. Nekünk ez ismeretlen, és nagyon inspirál, és ettől van az, hogy az emberek mint egy ilyen tűzgolyóval változunk, és nem tudjuk magunkat visszafogni, mert hogy annyira visz minket a közönség.
It may be natural for people who grew up in different environments to meet and clash. And we will feel that we need to know each other better to reduce these clashes. I think the best way to get to know each other better is to start by experiencing and understanding each other's culture.
I think it's the best way to introduce a country and the country's cultural heritage in a different country, in a way to merge it with the local culture, so the people can absorb it in a much easier and user-friendly way. This is the way we like to work as well. That's why we cooperate with so many cultural institutions here, with so many cultural foundations here, trying to create this cultural exchange content programs.
Culture is what is closest to us. It is part of our daily lives, and it is the easiest way to get to know each other. As Korean audiences enjoyed watching the Hungarian dance performance, And as Korea and Hungary learned each other's dances, we got to know each other in the most immediate and enjoyable way. So, I hope there will be more such enjoyable opportunities in the future, because culture is the key to moving each other's hearts.